What's up, guys? Another sales update for you guys tonight. I have like an odd number. I was going to do 10, but then I started doing more because I was selling more and I can get through them in about the same amount of time. But I don't want to sell it, like just show you a bunch of the same things. So I think it's like 12 items. These are all over the last week. So let's get into them. Now this first item is Dr. Scholl's. I'm not sure if I put them on a sales update video before. I just thought it was worth showing because this is a brand that I passed by for a long time. I thought that they were like cheap. I didn't realize that they were for comfort, like career, nurse, stuff like that. And this is one of those brands that I recommend because if you live in an area where the thrift stores like to get funny with their prices, they will always pass over Dr. Scholl's, and you usually find them without a whole lot of wear. So these ones went for 20 bucks. And I think they went first class. These were pretty cheap, actually, or light, actually. Okay, next up, I think vintage Polaroids have made the list before. The reason I put this on is because I wanted to show you that I'm experimenting with charging for shipping. On items like this and some of the heavier items, I decided to try. You can always take it off. Worst case scenario, it sits a little longer, or I don't know. The reason I put it up is because this one was untested and I wanted to be willing to accept a lower offer without really digging into my profit. So, like I said, this one was untested. Honestly, I don't think that it worked. When you open it up, like that front part, you open it up, normally you'll hear like a little wind up sound, and that's one indication that it's working properly. This didn't do that, so I took an offer for 17 or 18 bucks, and then, I'll probably make $1 or $2 on shipping. This was a cool hat. I picked this up for 50 cents at Goodwill. It was like the trucker hat with the gold leaf design. Like I said, 50 cents. My hats, I've talked about it before. I put them in the 7x7 small box and then put that box in a poly bag. So it ships first class. Most hats end up weighing about anywhere from 8 to 11 ounces. I just thought this was a cool look. And surprisingly, I got 17 bucks for it. So, okay, so a lot of old sports gear like jerseys, vintage stuff is popular, and so is NASCAR. This sold, I got it for $3.99, I think, and it sold for $25, and that's with some stains. It had some light stains. You can't see that close, but in natural lighting you could see there were marks on it. And I just, I indicated there were some spots. I tried to take pictures of it, and yeah, it went for $25 in a padded flat rate. Okay, you've heard me talk about the Nike Air Prestos. These were a cool find. These were from 2000. As you can see, they were in really good condition. And Prestos, it's a cool shoe. They didn't sell that quickly, and I was running a pretty big sale because things were slow this last week. And so I think they went for 45 or 50. I can't remember if the sale was 20 or 30% off, but I think they were marked down to 55, and the guy offered me 30, and we ended up meeting in the middle around 40 or 45, which I was cool with. I was only into them for $5, I think. Alright, this is a brand that I am not familiar with. I don't know if it's nice. I just saw, it had kind of this Birkenstock wedge look to it. It was Christina Francini, but it was right under that. I'm not sure if I took a picture. You can kind of see that it was made in Italy. Right there, that's why I picked it up. Female sandals, made in Italy. I thought I'd give it a shot. I think I only paid $3 or $4, and these sold for $25, I believe. Jeans, I don't sell a whole lot of jeans, and I definitely don't really mess with a whole lot of women's jeans. But I saw these Guess jeans, and Guess has been doing pretty well for me lately. Plus, I picked these up because they were skinny jeans, so I knew that they were more of a modern cut. And these went for $24.99. Next up, I don't know if you haven't seen this before. it will look like a unusually long or tall polo, but that's because Ralph Lauren Polo actually makes like a collared polo dress. It's kind of fitted knee length. So make sure if you find them that you don't accidentally list a polo as a dress or a dress as a polo. But this went for 20 bucks, and this was one of those occasions where I just missed it and I accidentally didn't put free shipping, but it sold anyway, so that's cool. This goes first class, and somehow I got $6.65 shipping for it. Alright, Royal Robbins. I don't know if I've spoke about this brand before, but if you haven't sold it or if you skip over it in the thrift, definitely pick it up. Royal Robbins was a big rock climber from the 70s. There's actually a documentary on Netflix right now about some of the OGs that were climbing out, like the North Face of Yosemite and stuff. And Royal Robbins is one of those. So it's kind of similar to, you know, like your North Face and Columbia and Mountain Hardwear, like that style. It's probably a little closer to like LL Bean actually, but it definitely sells. And this one sat for a while, but I did get, I think I took 20 bucks for this actually because it sat for a while, but definitely a brand worth looking at. I've picked up like flannels and button downs and sold those too. Okay, next up we have some more vintage Polaroids. This is the One Step Express. It's green. It looks a little newer. In my opinion, they don't look as cool, but typically if you look at the comps, they seem to go for a little more. So with this one, I had marked at $29.99, and then the next item on the list is another Polaroid. And I listed those, and within 10 minutes, I got an offer for both cameras. This one was 30, the next one I had marked at 35, and the guy offered me like 35 or 40 bucks for both of them. Now, that's already a profitable deal for me because I wasn't into them for that much, and they never sat. Like, whenever I list a Polaroid, they pretty much all sell within the hour. Typically, if I had, it's to one of two buyers, but I countered because it had only been up 10 minutes, and I said, you know, like, that's cool, I can combine shipping, but let's do 55. And I hadn't heard back from him, and then like 15 minutes later, it sold for full price. And that's the same with this one. This is kind of, in my opinion, this is the coolest Polaroid that I found. This is the Polaroid One Step 600 Cool Cam. It's a lot like the One Step close up, but it was black and red, and then you can see right here, it's got the Cool Cam. This one sold for $34.99. It's the first time I found that one too. Alright, and the last item on the list, I think I underpriced this, to be honest. I picked it up, I'll be honest, I picked this up for 60 bucks. It was marked 60 bucks, and I got a discount. I was using a coupon or something, so I think I actually got it for 30 or 40 bucks, and I was thinking, you know, I got the SP and then 7 games, and if you look at these games, some of them are pretty good. You got NES Donkey Kong, you got Donkey Kong Country 2. Those are both good. Kirby games are pretty good. Need for Speed, I'm not sure. And then, you know, I got 3 kind of pointless games. So I wasn't sure how I was going to sell it. I actually, the last couple times I've sent Game Boy games to Amazon, I've had issues and they've removed the listing. I'm not sure why, or if it's a restriction of some sort. So when I got it out to test it, I noticed that, if you can see right here, there was a spot on the screen. And it looked like it was going to be bad, but then when you turn it on, you couldn't really tell. So I just took pictures of it both ways. I listed, I noted it in the description, and then sold it as a bundle just because I just wanted to get rid of it quick. Like, I wasn't concerned if I couldn't make a ton of money. I knew I could still make some money, so I wanted to get it up. So after all that being said, I listed it at 60 bucks, and it sold within like 15 minutes. So I probably could have held out and got a little more. But, you know, I made like 20 bucks real quick, so I'm cool with that. Anyways, that's the last item on the list. That's my sales update for this week. I hope your guys' sales were good, or at least picking up, and I will talk to you soon.